Hello, Gold Marvel here, and I'm here to show you how to load film into the Lubitel 2. Now, as you probably know, the Lubitel actually takes 120 film, so it's probably a little different from your usual 35mm that you're probably used to using. So, you can see my right hand there, it is quite a lot larger, and it doesn't have sort of the casing around it. So, here we are, we pop the little clips on the top. Now, be careful with them because you don't want to bend them. Now, you'll be loading the film into that bottom part there. You'll have to pull out the leader and load it into the taking up spool, which will be in the top part there. I've actually already removed it. Here is my right hand. That's what it should look like. If you don't have one, you can pick one up fairly easy from any kind of photography store or ask online. Here we go. Take up the 120 film in your hand. You're going to have to remove the seal from around the outside. Now keep pressure on the actual thing so it doesn't spring out, because this could cause fogging and loss of quality and stuff, which you definitely don't want, especially when you spent a lot of money on a roll of 120 film. Although, you know, actually I picked this roll up for £5 from my local photography store. I think it was about £8, £5, and if you actually go on the 7-day shop, I'll leave a link in the description. The 7-day shop is where I get all my photography stuff from. I mean, I shoot exclusively film, so it's perfect for me because I can get rolls of Fujifilm Superior. I had a bit of trouble there. Rolls of Fujifilm Superior for about £2.90 a roll. Kodak T-Max 120 for about £3 a roll. So it really is, you know, sort of perfect. It's okay. After you put in the roll, it should sort of lock into place fairly firmly. You need to take up the leader and thread it through this thing. Now you want so the paper is facing sort of downwards towards the shutter, and that's very important. So 120 film is actually quite different to 35mm, because 35mm, if you ever got some developed, you'll know the actual film is transparent. You can see through on both sides, and that's why you can hold up negatives to light. 120 film is quite different. When it's on the roll, it's got a paper backing, so when you can look through the back of the film and see how many photos you have left. So with the underside of the paper facing down, so you got the strip on the top, load it up into the spool, roll it back a little bit, and then you'll have to pull back a little lever here, like I just forgot to, sorry, how embarrassing, and then just pop it in. It should go. Now the film winder on the right hand side, a little bit different to the one you might be used to on an SLR or something. If you've never used film, you might not be used to a winder altogether, but it's this thing here. Clip it in, and there we have it. That's how it starts off. Film all loaded in nicely. Now the back should just clip shut, and see this little red hole here on TLRs. This is where you see how many photos you have left. You start winding up, do it fairly slowly because you don't want to skip it and miss any photos. It should have a variety of markings on the back to let you know how close you are to being able to start taking shots. So winding it very slowly. Sorry the film quality isn't very good here. I'm actually shooting on my dad's digital camera, and you go past that black line, keep rolling it forward. Slowly, slowly. You really don't want to skip anything here, because I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure there's no way you can sort of redo this, you know, once you've done it once. Don't know what I was thinking of doing there. So keep rolling it forward. Sorry, this is a bit boring. And here we are. Now you can see little arrows, just indicating how close you're getting. And I should start to see little circles, little eyes staring back at you. There we go. They get bigger and bigger the closer you are to the actual first exposure. And there we are, the number one. And that means that's your first exposure, and you're ready to get firing. So there we have it, loading 120 film into the Lubitel. I may have a look at doing 35mm one day, because I've heard a lot there's a mod for that. I picked up this camera fairly recently for £15 from a guy in Emsworth. Actually came with the original manual, which was pretty smart, and the original certificate of purchase from 1966, which I was actually really happy about. Actually a Lomo camera, and if you're anyone that knows me, you'll know I'm not the hugest fan of sort of the lomography sort of ethos, but we'll talk about that another time. So brilliant, thank you very much for watching. This is Golden Marvel, and I'll have another video up soon.